talk about Gavin Lux. He's destroying pretty well at Double-A as well. This is the second go around at Double-A though. He's batting .299 as of today with 8 homers and 3 steals. Just 21 years old. But Ron, do you think that we could see him with the Dodgers before the 2019 season is done?
I don't think it's out of the question because, like you said, he is playing well at Double-A. I think it just kind of it depends upon what that adjustment to Triple-A is. But 299, 358, 521, 8 homers, 3 steals, 23 RBIs. The strikeout rate's only 20%. Walk rate's right around 10. So he's doing everything that we kind of thought he would do. He's kind of returning that first round pick investment. I don't think it's out of the question to see him up at that level. And I have Corey Seager, I think, in a couple places. He's not a guy that I'm super huge on, but I think I got him in a trade one place, and I think I just got a good value on him in one of our podcast league drafts. He hasn't been what I think they thought he would pan out to be, especially after his rookie season. So I don't think it's out of the question, especially if they have any kind of injuries within the infield. I wouldn't, as far as from a fantasy standpoint, if he does come up, he's still got, like I said, he's still got to prove himself at AAA. So that could take a few weeks, maybe a month or so, 2 months, whatever it is. So I don't know necessarily if you're going to see him up soon. And I don't know if he's going to be up in time for him to be a useful piece to add in redraft leagues. But yet again, he's a guy that in dynasty leagues, he's probably long gone. But I don't think it's out of the question that you see him at some point. But may not be ultra useful as far as the amount of time you're going to get out of him in fantasy.
I think it'll be a little while, but I do think he will see the majors this year. Basically, everyone in that infield, not named Max Monkey, is underperforming. By the way, that's the new nickname.
Was that a jab? Okay.
No, it's the new nickname. My friend Spencer, he's in the listener leagues as well. Called him Max Monkey one day, and I don't know why, but I love the nickname. Doesn't even make sense. Monkey. Go with it. So Max Monkey.
He is a funky monkey.
Exactly. But Kike Hernandez has really struggled lately, has the 7 home runs, but he's hitting 219, 294, 404. Chris Taylor's been pretty bad, 209, 287, 357. Corey Seager's line this year, Ron, is 230, 319, 373. The infield has not looked good. And with Gavin Lux performing as well as he is in the minors right now, I think there's a good chance that a team like the Dodgers will do what's needed to win, and I'm sure they're still going to win this division, but we'll see going forward. So I think he'll take the place of one of these guys in the infield, and I think he could run with the job. I just don't think it's going to be anytime soon. They're going to give a couple of these guys a chance to get better now. So barring an injury, I think there's going to be a little bit of time before Lux sees the majors. Now, one thing I do want to point out, because you did bring up Corey Seager, and I spoke about him there. What do you guys feel about him? Because I think this is a buy opportunity right now. I think he's certainly better than this, but I think owners might maybe in a dynasty league be a little bit fed up with kind of what they're seeing. So I think you could get him for somewhat cheap. Do you think it's a buying opportunity? Do you think he's just not very good? What do you guys think so far?
I mean, I have him. I like I said, I have him in one of my dynasty leagues, and actually, I think I got him in this huge package of players that I got for Mike Trout like 3 years ago. I mean, I got an insane package for Mike Trout. I never thought I would see the day where I traded him because that's the only league I had him in, but I couldn't pass this up, and he was one of the guys I got. I agree with you there. I think he's better than what you see this year. I think he's a lock to hit around 280, 290. Not huge power, not going to get stolen bases. I don't mind him so much, but he's a guy that I don't necessarily seek out as adding as my shortstop. He's a guy, like I said, in the one podcast league, he just kind of fell to me. I like the value. So I agree with you there. I think he's a decent buy low, but I don't know if he's enough of a buy low that I'm going to go out and test the waters and see if I can get him for a small price.
Yeah, I do definitely think that he's a buy low, but the only reservation that I would have is the resident Corey Seager owner really willing to sell him low at this point? Because he's still very young, 25 years old. If it was me, I'd still definitely be holding on to him. And I would definitely be, at least reaching out, sending some feelers to the Seager owner.
Well, and I think we've seen kind of a change in the landscape of fantasy baseball, particularly dynasty leagues, where 25 is now old. A lot of guys will see a 25-year-old and go, he's not a prospect anymore. He's just really, really old, so I'm just not that interested. So I could think in the right situation, he could be worth a buy. I mean, he's still walking nearly 12% of the time, and the BABIP is at 275, 60 points below his career average. So I do think there is a little bit of a buy low opportunity here, and I think I'm going to test the waters in a couple of leagues for sure.
Test the Drew waters. Mm-hmm.
I would do that too. If you can get him for cheap, do it.
There you go.
Do it.
Yeah, I don't really see Lux having any kind of impact this year unless there's kind of a rash of injuries in the infield. But I definitely think that this time next year, he's probably going to be a pretty big part of that Dodgers offense. And knowing the Dodgers, he's going to play every single offensive position and a different spot in the lineup every day because that's just what they like to do. But yeah, definitely don't have a whole lot of confidence in Chris Taylor really bouncing back, or we'll see what happens with Kike Hernandez the rest of the year. I definitely liked him coming into the year, so we'll see what else he can do with the rest of the season. Let's talk about Dylan.